Hi, we are Brian and Ashley Bundy of Bentwood Realty.
We are local real estate agents and we love Waco. Spotlight on Waco is our way to highlight fun and unique places to eat, shop, and play in our community.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Spotlight on Waco. Well, hey, we're here with Josh and Jennifer Sims, the owners of Oak and Ivy. Thank you guys so much for having us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your story. Why did you open Oak and Ivy, and how'd you get started?
Well, it was in the middle of COVID when they finished this development, and it was sitting empty, and we lived just a mile away, and we were kind of wondering what would we like to see in our backyard, and that conversation kind of birthed the ideation of the business. It started out as a wine and cheese bar concept, but due to some local regulations, we had to evolve from that, and we went full kitchen because we weren't sure we could sell enough cheese boards to compensate and make the 51% sales revenue. And so we went full kitchen, found a chef, found a sommelier, and went from there.
Yeah, that's great. So why don't you tell us what a sommelier is?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
He just showed up and started talking about wine, and I hired him.
Yeah.
No, Mark Moberg is our sommelier. He's got a pretty extensive background in beverages of all kinds. He started out in coffee. Then he went to, he was a winemaker, and then he went to a brewmaster.
Wow.
And then we brought him on to basically, sommelier is French for wine steward. And so that's what he does. He hand selects all the wine that we have in house. Mm-hmm. We started him out with a commission to make the wine portfolio as off the radar as our food menu is. For better for worse, he found a lot of no-name stuff that tastes really good, and so part of our biggest challenge has been getting the market to get to know him and trust him when he presents a label that people have never heard of before.
And Mark's actually a level 3, and there's 4 levels. Is that right?
Yes, and WSET.
Okay.
That's really a big deal.
Yes, yeah. In Waco, that's a big deal.
Yeah, we're super proud of him. He's done all that since we opened. So he started on the payroll the 3rd of January in 22.
Okay.
And within 13 months, actually he got his level 3 certification in December. So within 12 months,
He got that 3rd level.
He got through the 3rd level. So
That's awesome.
Wow.
Super proud of that guy.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And so in addition to wine, you have a mixed drink menu as well.
Yeah.
Is there a signature drink?
The market demanded that we get liquor.
Okay.
The thing that I love the most, that I'm most proud of, is our smoked old fashioned. It's just a fantastic drink. I got hooked on it at a bar called the Elk Store down in Fredericksburg. And I knew that I wanted that to be one of our signature drinks. The front of house staff have come up with some tremendous cocktails. One of them is a lavender lemon drop, where we make our own lavender syrup out of lavender flowers and hibiscus. And that's been a big hit as well.
And the espresso martini. Everyone loves the espresso martini.
Yeah, I was reading one of the Best of Waco magazines, and I had seen a bar that had the Best in Waco espresso martini, and I set my sights on that. I was like, I'm going to make one better. And
It's pretty good.
I won't say I did, but it's pretty stinking good.
Yeah, it is good.
awesome.
It's really great.
Yeah. But obviously, the thing that we're most focused on, the thing where our expertise lies, is within the wine. We've got some good craft beers, got some local beers. We can make just about any cocktail that you ask for if you give us a week's notice, because we've got a limited supply. We're not afraid to get anything and make it, but we usually don't buy anything until people ask for it at least twice.
Gotcha.
So once that happens,
So
then
come
we'll
twice and ask for it.
Exactly. Or call ahead. I'll work with you.
That's great. Yeah.
So as far as your menu, what's on the menu? Is there anything you're featuring these days?
So our newest features are a prawn and grits. So we fly our prawns in every week from Honolulu, and we buy our purple grits from Homestead, and they make a chorizo sauce to go on top of it, and it's just a tremendous dish. To kind of appeal to the more, I'm a soul food guy, and so we came up with a honey sous vide buttermilk fried chicken with collard greens and jalapeno mashed potatoes. I could eat that every day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
that's been
Dr.
very
Bill
popular.
McCuniff,
Oh, no.
I won't, but I could.
Yeah.
Along with the prawns, we flew in swordfish this week. So we're going to be making swordfish skewers for our special this week. The steak is always good. The quail, obviously, it's been on the menu since we opened, and people just love that
Oh,
dish.
it is great.
We're gonna continue to explore and grow the abilities of the kitchen, the chefs, and we'll always continue to create menu items that nobody else in town is doing.
Yeah.
Because being out here on the edge in Woodway, we have to be different. We can't, because people are always, they've already got their Italian, they've already got their steakhouse, they've already got their Mediterranean. And so if we want people to not drive into town to eat, we have to be different. And so that's what we're going for.
Well, that's one of the things I love about this place that y'all have created is you have some good staples that are there all the time. Like you mentioned the quail. I think your burger is one of the best I've ever had. It's awesome.
Well, thank you.
And then the fact that there's going to be something different every time you come in is really special for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit too. I know that you guys are open for dinner most nights. You have brunch on the weekends. It also features some really cool brunch items. But then your corporate events and private dining experiences. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That's been kind of a surprise, actually, of how many corporations are looking for a place to have meetings and events, and we just have a great spot for it. And it wasn't really on the radar when we first opened up, but we're not open for lunch, so that's been a real natural time for events, private events. And then we do private dinners as well. We've had a lot of really high-end birthday parties, lots of very fun, different themes, and that's been really great. We've done some private happy hours, so there's just, that's kind of the nice thing about the size we are and kind of how Josh approaches the leadership of Oak and Ivy is that we're really open to anything if we can make it work.
Yeah.
So it's a great place for someone who wants to do something creative.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
So what's the best way for people to stay in touch and kind of keep abreast of all the new dishes and things that you're doing?
Joining the mailing list on the website is the easiest way. Monitoring social media, the Instagram page or the Facebook page. You can always send an email to info@oakandivywinebar.com or call the restaurant.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
That's great.
Well, thanks again, guys, for
thanks
having
for
us.
having
We really
us.
appreciate it.
You bet.
And guys, y'all got to come check out Oak and Ivy if you haven't already. It is really one of the
delicious.
best places here in Waco.
Amen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
y'all.